A very good day to you people. My name is Mohit, and guys, today I'm going to show you how to play audio in Dreamweaver. Guys, I wish to tell you that there are three main formats that are supported across the different browsers. One is the OGG format, the second one OGG Vorbis, the second one is MP3, and the third one is the WAV format. Let me show you a chart now. Guys, this is my local site folder. I've got a chart here. Let me open it up for you. Okay, now as you can see, most of the browsers will either play the OGG Vorbis format or the MP3 format, which is true of Chrome 3 Plus, Safari 3 Plus, and the most acceptable format is the WAV format. We do have issues with the IE9. IE9 does not either play the OGG Vorbis or the WAV format, but it does play the MP3. Alright, guys, so let's get started and work with audio in Dreamweaver. I already have a project open in front of me, a document open in front of me. I've already given a name to the title. Okay, and guys, everything that we code now, we'll be hand coding it out. Whatever we code now will fall inside the body tags. The first thing that I want to do is I want to collapse the doc type, the meta, the title, because as we know that this is something that won't be shown on the web page. Also, while working, it'll make it easier for us to see and work. Give me a minute, give me a sec. Alright, now that I've collapsed whatever we don't wish to see, it'll make it very easy for us to see whatever we are doing. Let's start. Let me start with the audio tag, guys. Okay, so it'll be audio, opening audio tag, and then I need to pass in certain attributes. So the first one will be autoplay. I'll set it to autoplay. Self-explanatory, guys. The second attribute will be controls, and this will give me the play pause buttons. Will be set to controls, and play pause seek button, seek bar, the volume mute button. Okay, the third attribute will be the loop. Alright, so loop will be set to loop, and then I need to define my source. I need to tell Dreamweaver what is the source of my audio. So that'll be source src, and then I need to give the file name. Guys, in my local site folder I have all the three formats: the MP3, the WAV, and the OGG Vorbis. So I'll start with the OGG Vorbis format. That's music.ogg, OGG, and then I need to tell Dreamweaver what is the type of the audio that I'm playing. So that'll be type and audio /OGG, and I'll close the bracket up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy line number 11 and paste it in line number 12 and 13. Guys, I'll tell you why I've done this. Just in case the browser is not able to play the OGG Vorbis format, it'll then play the MP3 format, failing which it'll then play the WAV format. So I'm giving it all possible options. Dear browser, if you can't play OGG, play MP3. If you can't play MP3, just in case, because usually the browsers will either play the OGG or the MP3 format, failing which it can then play the music.wav file. I'll also need to change the type, guys. So the type will be MP3 out here and will be WAV out here. Okay, and just in case the browser cannot play either of these three formats, then it will display a message which says your browser is not set up, is not configured to play audio, use a different browser. This message is probably not the most appropriate message. You can change the message to one of your own. Alright, and the last thing that we'll do is we will close the audio tag, so that'll be /audio. Alright, so let me quickly go through what I've just done. I've set the audio to autoplay, automatically play without any human user intervention. The controls will be given, which means I'll get the play pause button, I'll get the seek bar, I'll get the volume adjustment mute button, mute unmute button, and the looping has been set to true. So loop is equal to loop, sets it true. Guys, we have to understand that when I play the music, Opera is not able to auto loop, Safari is able to loop, Firefox is not able to loop, and IE8, guys, is not able to play music at all. You'll need to have a minimum of IE9. Okay, so what I'll do is, now that I'm ready, let me show you a preview in all the three browsers one by one. I do not have IE9, so I'll skip it. Guys, this is Firefox. It will not loop, and we have the mute button. I can unmute it, but I cannot adjust the volume, which happens only with Safari. Alright, so all very good. It'll not loop, guys. Let me allow it to go its entire length. As you can see, it does not loop, guys. Next, what I'll do is I'll take a preview in Opera. The volume adjustment happens in Opera, does not happen in Safari, but the looping happens in Safari. The looping will not happen here in Opera. Okay, it stops. Next, what I'll do is we'll take a preview in Safari. Auto start. I muted the volume, guys. Safari is the only browser that will auto loop the sound or the music that is being played, as we'll soon see. Should loop back now. Wonderful. Okay, so let me sum it all up. Opera is the only browser that will give you the volume adjustment. Firefox will allow you to mute unmute. Safari will also allow you to mute unmute the volume, and Safari is the only browser that we tested right now which will allow us to loop the music. Okay, now guys, I can make it work a little differently if I use HTML5. I can make it work a little differently if I use HTML5. But in order to use HTML5, I'll need to change the doc type and the character set. So what I'll do is I'll remove the default that Dreamweaver gives me, and I will be using the doc type and character set which is compatible with HTML5 now. Now this is how you define the doc type in HTML5. Let me also change the character set. Alright, so it goes like this. There'll be meta, character set, and let's set it to UTF-8. Alright, now the code, the doc type is now HTML5, guys. which means that the way I've written the code needs to be adjusted as well, just that little bit, just that wee bit. I don't need to pass on the attributes the way I've done, so I'll remove is equal to autoplay. I'll cut it off, I'll chop it off, I'll remove this bit as well and this bit as well. Okay, rest everything remains just the same. This is the way the HTML code is written in HTML5. I needed to change the doc type and the character set, which I've done. Now guys, the browser will behave a little differently. For the very first time, we'll see that that Opera has now started to loop as well. We'll first take a preview in Opera. We're testing the looping now. Yes, awesome. We'll test it again. Awesome. And rest all the behaviors are just the same. Safari is able to loop. Firefox is still not able to loop, whether it's HTML5 or not. Will still not be able to loop, guys. In fact, I'll terminate this tutorial now. So guys, I hope you liked this tutorial, you found it useful, and you would implement it on your projects. All the best to you. Bye bye. I'll see you next time with yet another Dreamweaver tutorial, or it could be Flash with ActionScript 3. Bye bye.